What's up, y'all? Welcome back. My name is Sharina, and on today's video we are doing a unboxing / review on HTVRONT's brand new manual heat press. So let's get into the video. Okay guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. I am unboxing the heat press. HTVRONT does a great job with making sure that your products get to you non-damaged by using this thick styrofoam. And it came in 3 components: the user manual, the heat press, and the control pad. This heat press is heavy. It does have some weight on it, but I also have the HTVRONT automatic heat press. And this manual heat press is a whole lot lighter. I can tell a difference in the weight. This manual heat press comes in 2 colors. You also have a white option along with this bluish greenish teal color. All of the cords to this heat press are literally connected to the heat press, so you don't have to plug anything in besides the control pad and into the wall. So here's the power cord. Again, it's connected to the heat press. You would plug that in, of course, to turn the heat press on. And this USB cord would go into your control pad. Here's your control pad. This is what you would use to change the temperature and your settings and to turn the machine on and off. It's a handheld and it's lightweight, it's compact. This is the user manual. Make sure you read this so you know how to operate the control pad. The instructions state to mash the power button on the control pad to turn the machine on. To adjust your time and temperature, simply rotate the buttons. Press the button or wait 3 seconds for it to set. Once your machine heats up to your desired temperature, it will beep 3 times. Then you will press the time button for 2 seconds to start your countdown. This heat press is a 15-inch by 15-inch. This is pretty standard in heat presses, so you do have a big space, a big plate for your designs. The handle on this heat press is smooth. I noticed if you add and take away pressure, the handle is still easy to lift. Some heat presses, the more pressure you have to wrestle with that handle. So that was the plus. The heat plate does swivel to the left and to the right, so you don't have to work under a hot heat plate. There was a lot of clearance in the back for bulky items like blankets or hoodies or jackets, things of that nature. Everything on this heat press operates and moves smoothly. For the project today, I decided to do something different than just make a shirt. So I'm gonna be making some customized card tags for my mom. Her name is Rena, so that's what this R monogram is for. And she's also beat cancer, and breast cancer awareness is next month in October. So these are my sublimation blanks. I got these from Amazon. Again, these are sublimation card tags. Mostly all sublimation blanks come with the clear protective film on them, so I'm just gonna remove that and place my card tag face down onto my image. I'm gonna make sure I have everything lined up and my card tag is in the center of my image. And once I have everything centered, I'm gonna tape it with some heat tape. Again, I'm making 2 card tags today, so I'm gonna do the exact same process for my second card tag. I'm gonna remove the clear protective film and I'm gonna face my card tag face down and tape it to my image. If you're interested in doing sublimation card tags like this, I'll drop the link to these tags that I got from Amazon down in the description box. I did have to use larger sublimation paper though. This is an 8.5 by 14. So if you need help printing on 8.5 by 14 sublimation paper and you have a small format printer, I'll drop a video to that in the description as well. Now we need to connect our heat press. You want to take the USB cord and connect it to your control pad. And then you want to take your power cord and of course plug in the heat press. Once the heat press is plugged up, you'll hear it beep. And just like the instructions stated, mash the power button on the control pad to turn the heat press on. To adjust your temperature, simply twist the button. So I'm going all the way up to a 390 because we're doing sublimation. So we're going to take it all the way up to 390. And for our time, we're going to take it all the way up to 60 seconds. So we're going to press these card tags at 390 for 60 seconds. And you can either press the button to set it or simply wait 3 seconds. Okay, so it's time to press now. I'm gonna cover my heating pad with parchment paper. I've learned that doing sublimation, if you don't cover your heating pad with those hot temperatures and pressure that sometimes the sublimation ink would transfer over into your heating pad. So I'm going to cover it up. I can't say how many heating pads I've had to replace. I'm going to take another piece of parchment paper to cover up the card tag, our first card tag press, and then I'm going to lower my heat plate. To start the countdown, you want to hold your time button for about 2 seconds, and this will start your countdown. As you can see, the temperature dropped. That's normal. It will go back up to 390. Once your press is done, the machine will beep, and then I'm just going to take a quick look at the card tag just to make sure the ink transferred the way that it should have, and it looks good so far. So I'm going to remove this one and do the second press, our second card tag, the exact same way. And then I noticed just a little bit of bleed through. It gets me every time. I don't know why. It's small and kind of faint, so hopefully after a few presses it goes away. But for our second press, I'm going to lay down 2 pieces of parchment paper and hopefully it doesn't bleed through. Again, same process. I'm going to lay my card tag down and I'm going to press it. Same thing as before. You want to hold down your time button for 2 seconds to start your countdown. The temperature drop is normal. Again, it will raise back up, I promise. Now that this press is done, I'm going to take a quick look to make sure all the ink transferred. Everything looks good. So now we can turn off our heat press. Your heat press will turn off after 15 minutes of non-use, or you can simply mash the power button on your control pad and it will turn your heat press off. After letting the card tags cool off, I'm now going to remove the sublimation paper and the tape from the card tags. If you're looking for a heat press, something simple, or if you're interested in this particular heat press, I'm going to drop the link down to it in the description box. HTVRONT is a trusted brand in the craft community. I have a couple of heat presses from them, and they all work great, and they're long lasting. I don't have any problems out of any of them. Also, be sure to check the description for a code so that you can get a discount on this as well. HTVRONT always has good deals and they always have good sales on their equipment. Well, the card tags are done and they look perfect. Well, that's all I got for the video, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Don't forget to check the description box for the link to the heat press, codes, all the good stuff that you need concerning the heat press will be in the description box because the price on this right now is phenomenal. Also, while you're in the description box, check out the links to my other social medias and follow if you can. I would greatly appreciate that. As always, I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you.